How do you address AI hallucinations, for example? How do you manage that within business applications?
I think that's one of one of our main pain points or rather one of the main reasons that we are adopted a lot in enterprise. And one of the main reasons that enterprise AI hasn't been adopted so fast is because the concept of generative AI, by nature of it being generative, was that it wasn't built for accuracy. It was built for expansive hypothesis generation and ideation, and so that's the stuff that it works best for. That's not the stuff that enterprises are happy with. They need you can't work with some 95% or 96% accuracy when you're looking at real data, real numbers. It is essentially the reason that we exist, and the reason that ChatGPT cannot do what we do is the fact that we have a process in place where we are able to sanitize the data in the backend, make the connections between the workflows and the pipelines, and make sure that you are, and we have an expertise there, which we'll talk about later, is triggering the LLMs only when it's needed to. And sometimes when it's pure automation, you're using just automation. So you don't need an LLM to tell you 2 plus 2 is 4. It was never needed. You needed an LLM to explain it to you in English. So it's very important when you design for that particular industry, saying that, okay, how much of this question requires a quantitative objective answer, and how much of this requires a generative answer that might be happen that may not be 100% prob that is probabilistic in nature, and that's not deterministic in nature. So this is the big problem, right? And what we've tried to do, or what we've done, is actually build a product which can, looking at the context of the question, understand where to trigger the LLM and get the probabilistic answer from, and where to use, the expert layer and the automation that we have to just give back the answer in a way that they want to. That is why you need a product that is not just ChatGPT. That is why you need an enterprise AI product that can do this for you. So that is how we prevent hallucination from happening, and that is literally why enterprises are confident using us. And that is one of the reasons why Copilot adoption has been so low, because they've not solved the problem of hallucination, because their idea was to just dump an LLM on data. That doesn't work. You can't just dump an LLM on data and expect it to give right answers. It can give probabilistic answers, but it can't give you accurate answers. So you need to do more than just that.